Good evening, Rahul, and good evening to my fellow panelists. Look, if you believe in Jairam Ramesh, then I'm afraid you are one who rubs his nails every morning to cure baldness. God knows. God knows every time this guy opens his mouth, a corpse shoots up from the pyre somewhere to search for more wood to expedite the process. This guy is special, Rahul. I mean, he's the same man who once went to the most contaminated industrial site in the world, the Union Carbide plant in Bhopal, and picked up a fistful of soil and said, and I quote him, I am holding the Bhopal Union Carbide waste in my hand and I am still alive. There is nothing to worry, unquote. Look, the fact of the matter is that all our Arab friends, 15 nations ditched us during our 1971 war with Pakistan. It was Israel that came to our help, despite America warning it not to. These facts came out from the explosive Haksar papers. And Golda Meir actually told Indira Gandhi, I hope you would reciprocate us, ma'am, our help that we are giving you. And how did Congress repay Israel? By not backing it during its Yom Kippur war in 1973. Rahul, but that's history. The present is, I would like to make a few points, if I may, just couple of minutes, because they need to be internalized. Because these are irrefutable facts, not opinions. Number one, Hamas uses hospitals as ammunition dumps and patients as human shields, rendering automatically Geneva Convention invalid. I repeat, Geneva Convention invalid. It is now also clear that this Baptist hospital in Gaza was not bombed in an accidental Israeli airstrike as NYT and WAPO and all the other propagandists were shouting, but rather got damaged through a Hamas stray rocket, that to its car park, and 500 patients were not killed. But none of these guys, propagandists, apologized. But here's the thing. The Baptist hospital in Gaza was safe, was functioning well till October 6, was it not? And it would have continued to be safe and function well beyond that had Hamas not murdered 1400 innocent Jews on October 7 and brought on this war upon itself. So let me be clear and unequivocal. Hamas alone is responsible for the hospital tragedy. Number two, the Jews were in the land of Israel more than 1,000 years before Islam was even born. So this argument, lopsided argument that the land does not belong to Jews is totally wrong. King David founded his kingdom 1700 years before Islam, and what is symbolized in the Israeli flag? The Star of David. The Jews were driven out of Israel 500 years before Islam, after the defeat of Simon Bar Kokhba in the Jewish-Roman War. What are they talking about? Number three, while the Israel Declaration of Independence Charter does not discriminate between Jews and Muslims, the Charter of Hamas, democratically elected, by the way, by the Palestinians, proclaims that the day of judgment will not come until Muslims fight Jews and kill them all. Israel will continue to exist until Islam obliterates it, just as it obliterated others before it. Number four, Israel has voluntarily given up land, Sinai, West Bank, Gaza, that it had taken over after the Arab-Israeli wars. If it was perennial aggressor, why would it do so? Number five, Israel believes in the two-state solution, where Israel and Palestine can live peacefully side by side. Hamas does not. And number six, Egypt has demolished thousands of Gazan homes along the Sinai border. Egypt has flushed out Gazan border tunnel, not Israel. And besides, why are Egypt and Jordan not allowing Palestinian refugees to enter their land, especially when the Rafah border crossing allows for civilians, not goods, to cross over? And finally, just 30 seconds. Have you ever wondered, Rahul, that a small sliver of land, the Gaza Strip, surrounded by the richest, the wealthiest nations in the world, the Arab states, remains the poorest and the most dilapidated, filthy, gutter-like conditions for its civilians in the world? It is not the same as Dubai, the same country that the same nations have converted deserts into Dubai, and yet they don't do the same for Gaza. Why? Because they want to play the victim card. Just like after they start the violence, they kill Jews, they march down their dead killed in retaliatory Israeli action to show the world that Israel is the oppressor. They project Gaza as an open air prison and gutter because Israel has made it so, they say. They care more about denigrating Israel than about developing Palestine. And the day they realize this, Palestine and Gaza would be much better conditioned than they are right now.